She was a local mother in seemingly perfect health.
And then suddenly it all ended in an instant. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here now with a story that should be a warning for all of us.
Well, that's right, Carmen and Devin. You know, even with health problems that seem to strike out of nowhere, we usually find there were subtle warning signs. Well, tonight, a Northville family is sharing their loss in hopes that it might help save someone else. Shirley Demmer was a loving wife and mother of 3. Just 54 years old, she was planning for the future. When she turned 50, Shirley decided she wanted to go back to school and earn her bachelor's degree. Her husband, Bill, says her graduation day was unforgettable.
She couldn't have been brighter that day. That smile that she had went from ear to ear.
Shirley was thrilled to be accepted into a master's program at the University of Michigan Dearborn. She was in her first semester last November when an ordinary Sunday night became anything but. Shirley was home with her husband and daughter Jackie.
Shirley came into the den and asked us if we wanted salads with our chicken pot pies. And we said, sure.
Shirley headed back to the kitchen.
I heard her go in the refrigerator and get some stuff out. Then I heard her go into the bathroom.
Just minutes later, Bill went to check on her.
Knocked on the door, didn't get an answer. And I opened the door, and that's when I found her on the floor. I yelled for Jackie to call 911, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. And then I saw the pupil in her right eye, blown black, and then she started with a seizure.
An ambulance rushed Shirley to the hospital.
They told me that they believe that, there's bleeding around the brain, and she's possibly had a brain aneurysm that ruptured.
Shirley's family was stunned.
I didn't want to lose my wife. I said, I thought about it for a moment. I said, no, we have to try and save her.
Shirley made it through surgery, but it wasn't enough.
At about 5:30 in the morning, fever started. And by 10:30 in the morning, it had reached 105. And that's when I knew I had to let her go. And at about 12:20, she passed away.
Through his grief, Bill slowly discovered Shirley's sudden death might not have been as random as it seemed. At her funeral, Shirley's aunt mentioned she had an inoperable aneurysm. Then he found another clue. Shirley's mother had died at the age of 44. Bill found her death certificate in Shirley's papers.
It said cerebral hemorrhage, and then under that it said ruptured aneurysm.
Bill discovered aneurysms can be hereditary. He urged his children and Shirley's siblings to be tested. The kids were fine, but Shirley's sister Nancy was not. Her doctor broke the news.
She's like, Nancy, yes, you have an aneurysm. You need to see a doctor as soon as possible.
Nancy had surgery just a week later. She says it's difficult to know Shirley's death saved her life.
Shirley was always there for us. And in the end, she still was for me.
Bill is determined to turn his family's tragedy into something positive. He's funding aneurysm research, and in September, the Michigan House of Representatives passed House Resolution 428, declaring Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month in Shirley's honor. He hopes it'll be a lasting legacy for a special woman who loved life and lost hers too soon.
Good things coming out of a bad situation, something that can help others, getting information out there. That's what you'd want done.
How sad. Did Shirley have any warning signs?
Well, in retrospect, Shirley was having headaches, but she suffered from migraines, so she didn't think it was a big deal. She was also experiencing changes in her vision, though, and she got a new pair of glasses, and it didn't help. And in retrospect, it was probably a warning sign, but without knowing the family history, no one picked up on it. Now, you can learn more about brain aneurysms by going to the health page of our website. Click on Detroit.com.
Having that historical medical family tree is just so critical.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yes.
All right, Doc.